Like if you're absent, I will bring you in to class. Okay. So if you have any questions, just yell out at us. Okay. We could hear you. If you're absent at home, someone's absent. So I'm just bringing them into class. All right. Yeah, we've got that this meeting is being recorded. Thank you very much. All right. There's your reading for the week. You should be reading chapter 3 again. We'll have a quiz on Friday. I'll do a review Friday morning. I'll post the practice quiz. And we'll do all of that. Then we'll have a unit test on Tuesday. The unit test on Tuesday will be 30 multiple choice questions. And then Wednesday, we'll do an FRQ, like a free response. In econ, the FRQ takes about 12 minutes, and maybe you write 7 words. It's more about manipulating graphs and charts.
Are you going to do that?
Yeah, this was an interesting thing. I asked every class how many people would do a review Sunday. And 2 people raised their hand. And I said, okay, I'll do it anyhow. And like 25 people came. So I'll do, yeah, I'll probably, hold it. I do a class. I might be able, yeah, I'll do it at 8. I do a class from 7 to 7:50. But I'll do it at 8. Yeah, I'll probably do it then. Thursday night and Friday night. Yeah, I'll do both Thursday. All right, and then somewhere before Wednesday, we'll do a practice free response so you get an idea what they want. All right, any questions on that? Oh, I should say the tests are worth 90 points while the quizzes are worth 18. And we don't get to redo the test, so we need to be at our best. Okay. All right. Have all of you done this somewhere along the line where you signed up? So you need your computers and you need to go to AP Classroom. Your section 2. So your code is AERLWZ. Okay. Are you going to be able to do this at home?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Okay, great. Okay, thanks. No, I know when people are at home, they're always paying full attention. Okay, so this is macro, and again, you're in section 02, AERLWZ. I know all Wi-Fi is working perfectly, so you'll have no problem. Isn't it kind of amazing? Like this is going to be our first full week in a year and a half. Wow. Oh, I know. I asked Mr. Sembler for overtime.
You certainly did.
Did it get approved?
I don't think you know him. I argue actually for more class time. What?
There's 4 days where you just have 8 periods of classes in a row.
No, that's not room. That's not room.
Oh, that's the room. Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah, the room's always with that. Yeah, the room never. I feel bad in this room.
hey, the room is on the production possibilities curve, right?
Yeah.
Getting efficient.
Maximum efficiency.
Hey, is it? Are people still doing this, or could I go to the next one? Give you another like minute to do it. While he's doing this, what? Do you think teachers are on the production possibilities curve? Do you think they use class time efficiently?
I think it depends. Mr. Jim.
Click on the teacher.
I
No, no,
think,
no.
I think we
Don't-
should.
don't yell
change
names.
that. I think we should.
John?
What would be the axes for the production possibility? Would it be
Well,
like time and then percentage of.
yeah, effective use of time and.
Couldn't you argue though that although some teachers may not keep the class on topic 100% of the time, teachers that do for the class so much that people stop paying attention?
Yeah,
It also-
I'm saying, do you think they use class time? Someone said to me that the average teacher at Calvert Hall wastes 5 or 10 minutes of class time. I didn't think that was true.
I
think that's about right.
I
I
feel
can
like,
see that.
I think it really depends.
I would argue.
I would say English teachers.
Mr. Holman?
Waste like.
35.
That's just the nature.
Did you
of
miss
English
the
teachers.
point where I said, don't mention names?
Oh, my God. Yeah, nice, nice
Like,
job.
He doesn't argue though that that 5 or 10 minutes, like,
Oh.
like, little bit like fun talks or whatever, and it'll keep kids more interested.
Yeah, I don't think that's a waste of time. That's
So I would
purposely
argue
done.
that Less time than people think. People waste.
Are we good on Mac? I could go to micro?
Yes.
All right, you're O2 for micro. I argued that less time was wasted. Yeah. Who do you have for English? He's the only one teaching it this year, right?
Isn't he always the only one?
No, my son had Harris last year.
Mr. Harris taught it. Did he leave? Yeah, he's at St. Paul's. Really? I would, yeah.
He was what? Oh, yeah, I sent him here instead of you, the red. All right, are we all good here? Anyone need this? We need this because this is how you register for, you get your AP test. All right, we're good? All right, I'm ready to roll then. All right, here's the quiz results. If you look at the average from this year, 15.9. Even though it says last year, I'm not using last year's because it was COVID. I'm using the year before because who knew what, no.
What was last year?
I didn't look because there was some academic dishonesty.
Like 17.8.
Now, you know, to be truthful, I think at the beginning of the year, it wasn't that good because, and then I think, no, I think they got burnt out and I think then they just, yeah, whatever. All right, anyhow, here's the good news compared to 2 years ago where the pass rate was 95%. So that's a great pass rate for us. Every class beat last year's. I mean, like, you know, usually on an average, you get one class moving, but every class beat last year. So I think we really did a good job on the first quiz. We've got some people who are going to redo it and even bump the class average up more. So that's good. All right. Here's the opportunity court. I think you will test this quickly out. Nick J, what could you tell me about corn and wheat as far as their opportunity cost? They're constant, and how about their resources? Easily adaptable, right? Okay, all right, and then someone take cactus and pineapples.
They're not easily adaptable.
And the opportunity cost? They're what? No, there is going to be. Mr. Harris?
The opportunity cost is increasing as you go, so the more cactuses you produce, the higher, like the more pineapples it'll cost you to produce.
Okay, and that's because the resources are not easily adaptable, like you said. All right. Now, we've got two types of efficiency. So let's go over. The first is the one you know, productive efficiency. Products are being produced in the least costly way. And that's every spot on the production possibilities curve. That's the one we've done a good job with, right? Anything on the production possibilities curve is productively efficient. Products are being produced in the least costly way. Now, we're going to introduce the second one, which is allocatively efficient. And that is producing products that society wants. So it's not producing them at the least cost, but producing products that society wants. I'll give you a second to jot that down.
This is like efficiency versus demand.
Yeah, but they're both called efficiency. One is just like producing at the least cost, and the other is kind of like, yeah, what do people want? Okay. All right. So I'm going to flip back to this graph. Could you tell me, because you know that all the yellow spots are productively efficient, where is allocative efficiency on this graph? Where, I ask? Mr. Lee.
So the cactus and the pineapples,
What do you mean?
or, wait, no, forgot the answer.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, sir.
Aren't they all the same? Is it all the maximum efficiency?
That's productively efficient, but how do I know what spot society wants? Right.
It'll be furthest to consumer goods.
Say that again.
It'll be the furthest point to consumer goods.
But say corn and wheat, consumers, right? Okay, yes, sir.
Whichever side is like producing more is probably the allocative. Because like,
So,
if they're producing more,
here?
they might be in demand. Not
Or here.
any of the points in the middle, any of the points really, it's like relative.
So you're saying that all the points are both allocatively and productively efficient?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone? Mr. Clay!
I think it's probably somewhere in the middle.
Of course, you're the great compromiser.
Yeah, so like the cactus and pineapple is probably.
So you're saying it's like somewhere like here?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Avi, is your hand up?
Yeah, you can't really know because like you don't know what society we're talking about. Like in different countries, like wheat or maybe corn, they don't really know.
So you're saying this graph is worthless?
Well, it's not worthless, but like you don't know without like data, like without.
So you're saying not enough data?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm saying this graph is better for productive efficiency, but can't really tell allocated efficiency because you don't know what like economy you're dealing with. Like some economies like want more pineapples and cactuses, and then like another economy in like a desert area probably eats cactus and more, be more desirable.
What a horrible feeling that some societies eating more cactus. But Will and Avi are right. You cannot determine allocative efficiency on these graphs. Okay, so we'll do allocative efficiency later on when we graph industries, but on all you could do is productively efficient on the production possibilities curve. Okay, good job, you guys, Avi. This class, nice though, because you guys, a lot of volunteering. I like it, a lot of risk, a lot of trouble. All right, and I think we know E and F's an efficient, productively efficient, unattainable on present day resources, okay? I think we're getting that down pretty well, okay? And this is kind of what you said, you know, if a country has no electricity, I guess computers are not that All right. Did I put a little spot there for a quick review? All right, I'm gonna give you 2 or 3 minutes. You could write them down, or if you think you know them, you could just, go on to the next. It's just 2 or 3 minutes. One of the things I try to do in class is study for you. So if you just keep these like quick hitters up, it's like kind of studying. Are you able to follow at home? Is it coming through?
Yep, everything's coming through fine.
All right, great.
Work smarter, not harder.
Wondering, is that true? I think the idea is probably work smarter and harder. I think like,
Just like allocated efficiency.
if you want to be great at something, you'd have to be smarter and harder. I always thought like smartness wasn't as important, but I also thought that's what happens when you're not smart. You think intelligence isn't important. Okay. I'm gonna just stop you. You could look at these now. Is there anything up here that you'd like a quick review? You know it, but it can't, Will. Okay. All that means is kind of like John said it before. As I make more practice, the opportunity for bikes is going to increase, the opportunity cost. And that's because that the resources are not easily adaptable. Okay? Any other one that's on feels uncomfortable? Brian?
So would that just be the same thing as, I mean, that was kind of my similar answer to number 2, where I was talking about increasing
Yeah.
costs and how resources fit in.
Anyone else? John?
Can you list 10 types of soda?
No. But do you know why that's there? I'll tell you why. So sometimes like on these, I'll pair you up. And when I start hearing you guys talk about soda, I know you're done. Like sometimes I have Disney characters. The only problem is sometimes the last one is more interesting than the other 6 and people just jump to it. Anything else?
Can you just go over them,
Sure.
like what quality shifters are?
Like an example of like, quantity, but quality.
That's like technology.
Well, technology is kind of separate, right? But, and to be honest with you, it's like, but an example of quality resource would be like training people. Education, okay? No problem. Right, yes,
Would training people, would that be a shift?
Or?
Yeah, if you're training, yeah, because you're making the quality of the resource better, human capital.
I thought that that would be just you making the people more efficient. So it's not like.
No, but they're better and supposedly more productive.
Okay.
Supposedly. That's why you're going to college, to be more productive. I don't know. We'll see. You'll come back after college and you'll tell me you're more productive. All right, so hopefully we're going to talk a little about trade. I don't think we're going to probably just touch on absolute and comparative advantage. For some of you, it's going to be confusing. Don't just take a deep breath because you're supposed to be confused today because we got 2 more days to kind of practice on it. All right. So we're just going to be like introducing it here. So don't get all worried about it. All right. All right. Why do people trade? Why do countries trade? Why do states trade? Why do people trade? What is the purpose of trade? I asked. Mr. Lee, then Mr. Harris.
To expand resource in your country's not use.
All right, so you might have something I don't have, I might have, and we trade, okay? Any other reasons?
For efficiency.
All right, for efficiency. You might be able to produce something that I have, but I could produce it cheaper. So we trade. Good. Any other reasons why countries or people might trade?
To acquire new resources to make other goods.
Okay, I might have something that helps you make computers, right? All right, excellent. Any other reasons?
If my country is better making, is more efficient and cheaper at making computers than your country's more efficient at making bikes, we might trade to save.
Yeah. Why should I waste my time making computers when you make them better? All right. So all of those are reasons why we trade. All right. All right. That's just crap. All right. So then we've got what we call per unit opportunity cost. That's the opportunity cost over the units gained. Now, when I give you the dollar example, I think it's going to be fairly straightforward. You guys are going to feel comfortable with it. Assume it costs $50 to produce 5 t-shirts. What is your per unit cost? $10. Okay. All right. There it is. I take the $50 over 5, 10. Here's where, for whatever reason, when we take money out, people aren't as good. So now, instead of producing 5 shirts, you can make 10 hats. All right. Now, what's the opportunity cost for making 1 shirt? 2 hats, right? All right. So it's 1 shirt costs 2 hats. Now, of course, in economics, we're always going to flip it. So now, what's the opportunity cost to make 1 hat? Okay. Okay. We good on that? All right. Again, all you have to do is plug in the formula. All right. Not use that much, but I just wanted to show it to you. All right. Now, absolute advantage. Did I write the definition for you?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to try to do that more. It's how much output. So how many bushels of corn can I make? If I make more bushels than John, I have the absolute advantage. And for this, we're only going to do like 2 products again. I can have the absolute advantage in corn and wheat. I can make more than John in both. That could happen. Now, or the least amount of inputs. So what's an input? Anything that helps me make the corn. Like how many hours does it take to bring a bushel in? Or how many acres do I need to grow those bushels? Those are inputs. For inputs, you want the least amount, right? Like if John could get a bushel of corn in an hour and I take 2 hours, he has the advantage. So that's absolute advantage. Yes, sir.
So input for the resources though?
Yes. Okay.
Is time a resource?
Yes. And he said it's time a resource, and it is. And outputs is just like how much corn or how much wheat. Nothing to do with trade. Okay. Comparative advantage is what drives trade. And that's the producer with the lowest opportunity cost. How do we find who has the lowest opportunity cost? We use this formula called, oh! Henry, did you hear me? No? Oh! Output. Usually someone comes running in the hall to make sure I'm still alive. Output equals other over. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. If it's an input problem, it's input equals other under. All right. Countries want to trade the good that has the relative lowest opportunity cost. And you guys said that when I asked you, why do you trade? You were saying, well, if I can make something cheaper, then I'm going to trade them. So you're always going to trade the lowest opportunity cost. Now, can you have the comparative advantage in both? No. So if John has it in corn, I got it in wheat. All right. You can have the absolute advantage in both, but not the comparative. All right. Yes, John.
Is that because if you have the absolute advantage, you're gonna sacrifice resources from one to get the other? Or why can't you have the absolute advantage and the comparative advantage?
Because the comparative advantage, look at when you see how we figure it out, I think you'll see it, okay? All right. Did I put this in your thing? All right. I realize we're going a little fast here. We're going to do more tomorrow. So it's not like, so you don't have to worry about it. But let me just show you to introduce this. Who made, all right, so it's how many CDs? So it's an output. Who makes more CDs, Japan or Canada? So no absolute advantage in CD. Who makes more beef? So Canada, absolute advantage in beef. Okay. Now, we said output equals other over. So I'm doing CDs for Japan. The other is beef. I put the 2 over the 4. Canada now. We said the other, which is beef, I take the 6 and I put it over 4. I'm always looking for the lowest cost. So Japan has CD. Okay.
So that's your per unit opportunity cost?
Correct. Okay. So now I know, because I told John you can't have the comparative advantage in both, but let's do it just to see. So the beef, the other is 4, I put it over 2. For Canada, the other is 4, I put it over 6. So those opportunity costs flip, that's right. All right, for Canada, all right. All right. If you're confused, don't worry. We're going to do it all day tomorrow. All right. Could you fill out the little sheets and put them in the box and then have a great day? All right. Was this good for you, Mike?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. All right. Take care. I'll do it again tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
Okay.